Oh shit, what up?
Yo,
What it do?
what's happening?
What's good with you? Hit the gym today yet?
I didn't. I wanted to earlier, but I didn't have enough time. Check this out.
Yo, is that like a machete?
Hell yeah, man.
Where you get that?
At the Army and Navy, they were selling like a bunch of them and shit, and it just looked at all used and shit. I was like, let me get this shit. Probably got bodies on it.
That's crazy. Did they say anything about where it was used before, or was it?
No, but the guy, honestly, Stu, you could tell that he was the real thing. I went in there like right when COVID popped off to get like just a little couple, a couple little small pieces in case shit were like popped off in a different kind of way. And I
Yeah,
seen that and I was like, yo, this shit is fucking battle tested. I want this shit.
that's dope, man.
This shit fire.
Yeah, man.
So it's good. I was
What's
just
good?
listening to dude, Sinister is way out.
Yo, that's on crazy, man.
Yo, I got a friend or whatever. He was like, man, I can't listen to it. He's like, I listened to the first two verses and I like it, but I stopped listening to it. He said because it sounds so friendly. But
Friendly?
no. There's some sort of tone that's like friendly, but then the rhymes and the way the mute, I can't explain it. It's like a sick the beat is like you got it like sound like a sick carnival, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then my rhymes are kind of like some of them are kind of comedy in a way, and then the hook comes up with the lady on the thing. Well, anyway, I think we should definitely. I don't even want to use. I checked it to see if I had picked it apart in any kind of way, but I didn't, man. It's all. It could just go.
I
I
think
mean,
that one. I mean, but you're looking at it definitely from a different perspective because you know what you want yours to sound like. Everything you do on my beat sound crazy to me because the reason I bring that up is the Sands of Time one. Like that sounds
yeah.
crazy to me.
Oh, you mean with the verses that I had on it?
The way you did it, I'm like, yo, why don't he like this?
You know what it is? Oh, okay. The way you did the Sorry, everybody. We're talking about the album, so.
We're talking about
Um,
God's Carpenter. It's gonna
yes,
come.
yes.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, no, for sure. The way that you have the drums has the live drummer feel. So so it's actually each snare and each hit is a little bit different. And I just kind of felt like with the rhymes, I didn't capture that to me.
Okay.
I didn't feel like it was like, even though it's just small increments or whatever in the pentameters, I feel like I could have did something so you would notice the way the drums were like live. I did it like as if I had a metronome, or the closest thing that my rhymes get to a metronome, but I just felt like I could capture that live. Like maybe it needed more space. You know how on like I think that's the difference with the joint that we just put out. Even though I smothered it, yeah, but there's space. Like
Yeah.
matter than a mannequin, mosquito locked in a mannequin factory. Space, right?
Yeah.
So you can like reset to get ready for the next one.
Get ready for the next drum. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's Sands of Time. The beat demands to lead the way a little bit more instead
Okay.
of me stepping in front of it.
Yo, I can
Yeah.
actually relate to that. Like it's a similar concept beat wise to lyricism. I'll make a beat, right? Like a 16 bar beat or whatever, or 8 bar, whatever it is. And everything sounds how I want, perfect. But there could be one, because I don't use the quantization when I'm doing it. There could
Mm-hmm.
be one kick that I don't like. And for whatever reason, there's sometimes I can't get it to hit how I want. I just delete the beat or I just start the drums from scratch. So I know what you're talking about. It's like, it's got to be perfect. Like,
Like, and then I gave it a lot of space
yeah.
to see if I'm just hearing the actual work of it instead of enjoying it as a piece. And when
Yeah.
I went back to it, I'm like, man, that beat is so good that if I don't do it right, you won't. It's not that you won't know. I don't want the beat to just be a catalyst for me to rhyme over it. I want you to be like, yo, this fucking, because honestly, that Sands of Time joint is different than anything I've ever heard. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I
Yeah.
want you to be able to catch that shit. I want you to be able to catch it.
I think I'm just paranoid because, like I told you this morning, it's just a loop, but ain't nobody heard it yet. Ain't nobody used it yet, so I want to get it out before it gets someone else.
Yeah, we got it. Oh, you've been holding tight though, because that's quite
Yeah,
some time now. Quite some
yeah.
time
How
now.
long we been working together, man? Damn.
Okay, well, you figure Reconstruction came out in 2012, I
Man,
believe, and we had the joint in the can for probably a year,
Yeah.
And we had been going back and forth on working on shit for a year before that. And I
Yep.
think the first joint that we did was Vinny Paz and Poet, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So we've been doing shit. Or whatever. And like I said, man, no disrespect to a lot of people that I work with, a lot of great producers with some pretty big names or whatever. It's really the truth. Niggas always be like, yo, when is you and Stu shit coming out? It's to the point now that like a lot of artists that you work with are always like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck with Chino on here because Chino sounds fucking fantastic over Stu's shit. It's almost like we got an album of guest appearances now.
I know we do, bro. And I get the same thing, like, routinely on schedule. When's God's Carpenter? When's God's Carpenter? So I think that's kind of why we both felt that way. So that's kind of why we wanted to let this song go. You know, just
It's time. And just so everybody knows, it's not Stu. It's been me, man. Trying to get it together. Or want to be a perfectionist or.
But also, you got other stuff on your plate. You're doing the thing with Madlib. Like that dude he's a go producer. So it's like that. I mean, the fact that you were working with him, you know.
Yeah. That's we're pretty much done with that. It's actually a half Madlib, half Oh No.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's really good too. I'll send you some joints.
Yo, those two dudes, and whew, I can't wait for. So yo, I mean, when you told me you was working on that, I'm like, yeah, I feel that. You know what I mean? So, but maybe the time is right for our thing here. You know?
No. For the response of fucking the joint that we got now, bro, that shit is really like. I mean, I'm hearing compliments that are damn near insulting.
Man, motherfuckers
I'm hearing shit like, that's the Chino that we need. I'm like, yo, what the fuck else?
Like, what's that supposed to mean, man? That's like a backhanded compliment.
Yeah. But I do know what they mean. There's something about. I always talk about this with you. However your music is, I feel like I interpret it really well. And it does something to bring like my fucking childhood demon out. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like when I start rocking over your shit, not that I give a fuck anyway, but when your shit, I do not give a fuck, yo. When I start hearing your shit, it makes me just fucking trigger. Like, yo, let me fucking go ape shit. And it's super, like when Rome's was mixing it, and Rome's is my, engineer from the Loop Pack, does most of my cuts. He has a whole nother way that he approaches to mixing the shit that we do. He's like, nah, man, this shit is raw.
Word.
So it's probably safe to say that the rawest producer that I fuck with is you. That shit is no strings, no fucking makeup, my nigga. When we work together, that shit is fucking boom bap, raw. Like, yo, you going? Like, yo, Chi, just go. Let's go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's what really makes it. It just fucking like the fucking gun in the and they're off. You know what I mean?
Well, thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, it's really I don't know, the music has always been inspirational. The hardest thing about it really has always been trying to narrow down fucking which one. Like, dude, you are so prolific.
Yeah.
You got so much. Like, dude, whenever you send me something, I know there's literally 20 more emails coming.
Yeah, bro.
With 3 beats each. And then they're all so good that you got to kind of be like, okay, well, what's the emotion for the day, right? Because any of them you pick is going to be good. So that's the only way I can possibly prioritize them, is if I can match the exact emotional value of what the piece is saying.
Thank you, man.
Because there's a fucking ton of it. It is all pretty much what it does have in common is all of it is got a lot of velocity and most of it is dark. But then some aren't, because I got that the one about the relationship one.
Yeah, the one you sent me today.
Yeah, is way different.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But of course, I sickened it up.
Yeah,
Horrible things are gonna transpire.
Yeah, man. I mean, the thing was from when we were working back initially, I think at that point I was kind of like, I don't know, in my tough guy phase or whatever you want to call it, like
Mm.
more angrier and shit. So I was only like looking for that type of shit. I've started to try to branch out a little bit because I got my kid now. He's growing up to be a young man, and you just start to like see things from a different perspective. So I'm definitely not trying to only do like shit that makes people want to like punch someone or like fight or whatever. But I mean, that's my favorite shit. But so, anyways, man, that's probably why most of the shit I sent you back then was kind of like stick a knife through someone's neck type shit. You know what I mean?
I mean, and as you and everybody knows, that works for me.
That works for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's my favorite shit. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, I'm still like, damn, I'm working with Chino on an album. Like to me, this is just wild, man. Because I've been known about you before I started making beats, and then it just gives me a feeling of like validity and like confidence and that someone of an MC of your caliber want to work on a project. So that's how I feel
Thank you,
about
man. I like I'm not just saying this because we hear whatever. We got people may not know how tight we actually are too. But
it.
now the music is just it appeals to all my musical sensibilities. You figure my uncle being in P Funk, me listening to all of the rock shit, and then you push that, you merge that with the boom bap drums, and it kind of some kind of way, and then you have stuff that sounds like Italian horror movies, which is like the movies that I like. Like it just has all the elements, man. And I think that's why, literally, man. I think any beat you give me, man, like whether it be fucking, the shit for that me and Vinny did for his last album, that was the single. I forget what that is,
That shit
or
was,
yeah, that shit was hard, man. And then the Novator joint,
yeah,
the
man.
the one you did. Shout out to them. Shout out to Vinny too. The way you did the way the fucking beat sounds like just a little bit warped. Yo, that shit is fucking crazy, dude. And I remember I was in a car playing it with some people who didn't quite couldn't understand it, and they would listen to it, and they said, "Man, it sounds a little off." I was like, "No, no, no, no. It's supposed to." I was like,
Yeah,
"Nigga, you're in a fucking killer's labyrinth, my nigga." And he's playing. He got one record that he's gonna torture you to, and he plays it, and it's a little fucking warped.
yeah,
And I said, "Now watch," and I started like rhyming over it. Now that brings the consistency. So it's supposed to be the music brings the consistency, and the variable is the MC, right? Now you
right,
got the
right.
music that's kind of fucking waving, right? And now I brought the consistency. I was like, yo, this shit is a no-brainer. This shit is gonna be dope.
That joint, you snapped on that one, man. You was kind of like, when I hear you spitting, I'm like, I go like this when I hear that joint because that's the way it makes me feel, man. It's
Yeah,
just,
my Rome's calls it the chainsaw.
yeah.
He's like, all right, you're chainsawing from bar 8 to par 14.
Yo,
Yeah.
yo, shout out DJ Rome's, man. Shout out
Yeah,
DJ.
man. Great guy. Tech goes, he says, man, we all rap. We all rap, right? He said, but somewhere you go.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I mean, to keep it 100, really nobody's spitting the way you're spitting. Yeah. You say like you're saying something in every line, and it's like it's floating, and then it always hits on the snare and the kick like how it's supposed to. And I mean, it's like, yeah, it's just not a simple thing to do what you're doing, but you make it sound simple. That's the best way I can conceptualize
Well,
it.
well all it really is having weight, is
Rhythm.
well that a balancing act, and having too much to say, and having wanted to speak in complete sentences. There's some MCs that are really good in fragmentation,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
really good. Like you'll understand, because they'll be able to paint a whole picture in the way that they chop up the syllables or whatever, and don't. You might not even get a noun or a verb. You might not. You know what I mean? But with me, I kind of like to be specific. Like you get the whole entire idea, and that, because with the fragmented shit, sometimes it doesn't translate as per literature to me. Because when I read it, right, I don't get it. I gotta feel it when I hear it, which is fair. But I really enjoy, for my music, when you transcribe it and you read it, you're like, oh shit, okay, that's a complete, like, this is super abstract or whatever, but it might be
No, go
interesting
ahead.
for somebody. So I was writing this line, some shit the other day, and my homeboy was talking about doves for some reason, and then I just wrote something like, my 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 job description is just to hate and write. I said that when I kill doves, I kill them in odd numbers because they mate for life.
Oh.
Like, like it's just kind of like if you said that, you have to kind of say that. You have to say that in complete sentences and complete thoughts, so then the person can go back and like, oh shit, if they mate for life and you kill them in odd numbers, then damn, there's gonna be one, always gonna be one that doesn't have a partner. It's just some sick shit, but yeah, like that kind of shit. But yeah, it's 6 bars sometimes condensed into the time that you actually have to deliver 4 in.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah,
I've noticed that. So what do you think? What do you think? This year we're gonna hit him with this. Next year, what are you thinking?
Man, I think with some real discipline and people being a wonderful pain in the ass about it that they have been.
Yep.
I think it's about time, bro. I think it's time. I think, I'm gonna quote Technique a lot. That's my man, and he just says that everything is based on timing.
Yeah.
And I just kind of feel like a lot of things are overproduced. A lot of things are very slow. Mm-hmm. And I think you and I have like a faster tempo kind of than what's going on right now.
Yes.
And I mean, don't get it twisted. Like, if you slow the beat down to, like, I can really fucking kill shit when it's slow.
Oh, you already know. Yeah.
But my ability to keep the same sensibilities when it's fast, most MCs can't really do it at that speed. This is no disrespect to them. It's just I'm more of a retard, right? Yeah. So I think that is what not only is setting this single apart, right? But I think will set the whole album apart because it's like actual adrenaline. It's not you're gonna paint some pictures and it's gonna hype me up because the pictures are so vivid. It's like this fucking music makes me feel like fucking how I can just kill a man or fucking jump around or fucking lyrics of fury, fucking Cool G rap, Men at Work, like those, you know what I mean? Some fucking Dwellers shit from the 90s, like,
yeah, see,
you know what I mean?
And I feed off that because, as a producer, we're not limited, but we work with certain artists. Like I work with you, I work with Paz, I work with Bill, I work with I did an album with Capadonna, that's coming out this year.
I heard some of that. Fire.
Thank you. But yo, the fact that you like the more upbeat stuff, because I feel like, and that gives me like another possibility, because a lot of artists that I'm working with recently, they more want the slower 80s, mid 80s. But then I noticed, like you said, everyone else is doing kind of like 70 BPM. So I feel like that kind of jumped off since Griselda really got it popping. I think they kind of set do you agree with that? Do you think they kind of set the trend with that for the boom bap, the slow boom bap, not the trap?
Yeah. Which the reason it was so refreshing is because it's kind of like group home tempo. It's Premier's tempo. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like it because you can be, for me especially, I can really get in and shout out of your bladder without it's hot and I wanna and when the sprinkle I got all that space, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
But yo, when that beat every fucking,
more energy.
When that beat is punching you on the fucking side, it's running with you. Like now that shit is running with you. You fucking Jordan and Pippen, like, yo, you know what I mean? Like it's different.
Yeah. It's more energy. It's a different type of energy.
Yeah. And for me, it's weird, but the lack of space gives me more space because I know that it has to exist. You know what I mean? So,
Word.
I've been living off rotten apples and acidic rainwater. Like, it's like the way you got to deliver that shit. You know what I mean? You got that little fucking space. It gives you a different backdrop. And also I feel like I don't have to start running and bring you to where I'm at. Like, nigga, you catching me mid, we already 0 to 70. We already at 70. That shit is just like, there's no time for a hook or nothing. That shit is just like, you better have a compass when you enter the labyrinth of my mind. Like, yo, we're already here,
We're here, bro.
Yeah. And then it just slows down a minute. Like, okay, here's the breather part, just comes back, no. And then what's fresh too, I love that it's self-titled.
Yeah, on the
Chino
cut.
XL.
On the cut. I
Yeah.
love that too. That's shout out
Yeah.
Self-Titled. That's my
Self-titled. Well,
dude.
yo, one of the best that ever did it, man. One of the best that ever did it. That
He
nigga
good
on a
too.
record. Yeah, really good dude, man. Really good dude. On a, what is the way he say on the song with me one time? That nigga said, I can't think of it, man, but it's his last line. And it's that whole shit when people like Ed McMahon used to deliver your thing to your house or whatever. I forget what it is, but
Oh,
that
that's
line.
the sweepstakes thing?
Yeah. What did he say?
I can't remember, but I know what you're talking about though.
No, he flipped that, dude. I heard that shit. I was like, oh, that's nasty.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Shout out
Super
Self.
talented.
Hell yeah.
Super
What
talented.
shit, yo, I don't want to keep you all day, but yo, let's let the people know. If you ain't heard it yet, Miracles Opposite. Me and she just dropped that Friday. Go check it out. Stream it everywhere. We got the lyric video on YouTube so you can hear everything he's saying. And
even though this shit is going across the screen, it's like a karaoke fucking nightmare. Like you can look at that shit and have a fucking,
yeah, man.
you know what I mean? Somebody gonna fucking pass out from that shit.
Yo, shout out to Josh for making that video. He put some effort into
that. Yo, there's a video that I have for a song Fairy Tales where it's double time or whatever. And if you watch it, you can see how the dude just gave up, Stu. Yo, it just stops.
He said, fuck it.
It stops. Bobblehead Mania, what up? I never do shout outs on here.
Yeah, man. Yo, y'all got any questions? Let us know real quick. Official Big D, what up?
Big D, what's good, sir?
What's going on?
The world is not ready. Yeah, it's really. Oh yeah, Happy Autism Awareness Day. I didn't even know. You know, that's one of the things close to my heart.
Word.
Let's talk about young bangers. Twin, what's good, Raji? Let's talk about young bangers. So I was on the phone with my man Matty Bush yesterday. That was like, yo, because he copped one, I guess.
Yep.
And he was like, gee, I know you know Stu. Like, I seen the video, but he really makes this, right? I was like, son, he really makes it. It's him.
He does, bro. So I'll tell you, yo, shout out my man DiBiase. He's a nasty producer. He just jumped in the chat. Young bangers, the way we do it, we started it when COVID hit. I play him. I showed him how I do the chops first, but now he knows how to chop on his own. I play him the sample. He samples. He picks one. Then I know in my head some drums that would probably go good with it. As for now, he's not programming drums, but he's chopping drum breaks and he's replaying them. So then I'll play some breaks that'll probably go well with it, and he'll pick a couple. I like to have a couple loaded in case one doesn't really work out or whatever. And then he's chopping the whole thing.
Yeah,
he's laying it down. He's laying it down, and then I'm tracking it out and I'm mixing it. We haven't got to that point yet, but we will. And yo, he's stacking his paper, and it's for college, man. He was selling his beats off BeatStars. He chops better than some grown men. Like
but what's ill is knowing your work so well. I hear the difference though. Like yes. I do hear the difference.
Yes.
It's dope. It's dope.
I appreciate you bringing him up. That's my man. I just went through. I went through a pretty bad divorce, and it's about done. And I was worried, but I ended up getting 50-50 custody of him. So I get him.
Oh man, salute.
Yeah, man, that's not easy for us dads to get. So
no, it isn't.
It is. I had to pay for it basically. But it's well worth it, man. So I get him 1 week. He goes with his mother 1 week. So yo, shout out Young Bangers, man. That's pretty much my reason for turning my life around. So yeah, man, I could talk about him forever. So
you know the same with my daughters, man. The same with my daughters.
Yeah, man.
Europe wants to see you. I want to come back. Last time I had a great time. Lincoln Heights. Shout out Lincoln Heights.
Shout out Lincoln Heights. Shout out Portugal. Yeah, we might gotta. What do you think about RJ Payne getting RJ Payne on it? That's someone just.
That's my man. Overdue. Me and him have been supposed to work.
That's my dude
he's
too.
Fucking dude. Fucking monster.
Nasty. Yo, Ben Grimm, what up, homie?
I've been doing this since Chino had the long braids.
Yeah, man.
Fuck, man, yo.
The thing I like about RJ is his skills are ridiculous, and he's not he shows respect to, you know what I'm saying? He don't try to not show respect. You know what I mean?
Right, and his consistency.
Yeah.
The amount.
Yes.
Pressure, the amount of pressure that RJ Payne applies, and knowing he could probably apply more, Like
Yeah.
I've seen him let niggas live too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's a serious problem, bro.
He
You
is.
know,
And he's a good
I'm
dude,
proud.
man.
I'm proud and happy for him, man. He's really, really fucking. He's different.
He's different, bro. And
Yeah.
it made me like, it made me happy. Nah, what's the word? I was surprised how much like respect and how cordial he is to me. That means he respects what I'm doing. This made me feel good, man, because the dude's a beast. He's just ridiculous with it.
Right. Right.
So,
I mean,
what's
that's
up?
probably one of his secrets is that, you know, as dope as he is, he still recognizes how there's people that are talented as well, you know?
Yeah, man. Yo, they're asking about First 48. I just wanted to say, me and Vakil are actually working on some stuff together on the side, but somebody
I
mentioned
got
that.
I got a joint with Ransom that I did with Sealance.
Yeah,
It should
shout
be
out
coming out,
Sealand.
it should be coming out any day now. It should be coming out any day now. It's super hard.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, verse 48, I had a whole bunch of stuff to do, and Copy getting into legal trouble at the time.
Yes, right.
But I can't really blame it on him because he turned all of his work in. But we should definitely, it's going to happen at some time. Tame and Val Kilmer is just fucking, he's so ridiculous. The way his mind works, he's just phenomenal. He's another great guy too.
He's a good
And then
dude too. Yeah.
and then Tame, you know, from the Artifacts or whatever, is been nice since we were kids.
Yeah,
Like
bro.
yeah. So when that happens, it should be like crazy.
Hell yeah.
Ill Bill and Chino. I have to have songs with Ill Bill.
Yo, Chino, we got to get you on Cannibal Hulk too, yeah?
Oh, for sure.
We're working on that right now. You with that?
I'm down.
Word.
Ill Bill. There's an Ill Bill XL and K Reno
Oh, yeah.
that the dudes from Underworld did, Real Wolf. If you want to check that out.
Word.
That's recent. That's
Hell
recent. But big shout out to Ill Bill, another great dude.
yeah. Ill Bill's my brother, man. Shout out Bill, man.
Yeah, a lot of people don't notice, but there's a lot of Rebel Arms loyalty to Bill. Bill put out Immortal Technique's first single.
Word.
When a lot of people didn't want to fuck with Technique, Bill put him out.
I didn't know that. Yo,
Yeah.
Speaking of tech, man, I would love to work with that dude. I'm just throwing that out into the universe. Like, that's something I've wanted to happen before I'm done with
it. It would sound great. It would sound great.
Word.
Who else is in here before we leave?
Yeah. Who else up in here?
Yeah, K Reno is one of the... Hey, Mel, my sister's here.
Word.
Yeah, K Reno, also the things that he does in his hood. We went out there to take care of some things when the hurricanes happened, and the way that he works with his neighborhood, his hood, is like, he's the real thing.
There's a female saying, love you, Chino. I'm sure you get that a lot, though.
You know, I rap, but my full-time job is to be handsome.
There you go, man.
What I do for a living. Nigga, stop. No, that's my sister.
Word.
Oh yeah, Locksmith, super nasty.
Locksmith's a beast.
Yeah, he don't even know what to do with himself. He's so good.
Man, you need to link with DiBiase, Chino. Y'all make
Shout out Marty McKay.
That's my dude up in here. He's a beast, man.
I'm not up on him.
Yo, I'm gonna put you up. Yo, he's nasty.
Okay.
He's nasty.
He better be with that name. That's a heavy name right there.
Yeah, man, I like that name.
yeah.
Beast. He's a beast, bro. Let's see. Have we said when the album's gonna be released, Kevin Kelly? Not yet, but we're getting it done.
This year. Listen, the thing about this is, as much as y'all want it, is as much as we want to do it. And like, man, support that shit, man. When that shit comes out, support it any way you can. Like,
yeah.
Like, not to get into any of the politics of it, but the way that I see people supporting Crook and Joel, like, it's like, okay, they did it, and now people responded like, okay, we're fucking with it, so then they can do more. You know what I mean? Like, y'all loved Cannibal Hulk, so y'all made it possible for there to be another one. You know what I'm saying? When we do this God's Carpenter, my nigga, like, push that shit, man. Push it. Yeah, I got a project with Biss coming out.
Word.
I'm about to start working on that. You do too, though, right?
Yes, shout out M80. We working on some. Shout out my boy Chris. He put that project together. Chris Radke. He put me and Cannabis. He got all the beats ready to go. He's got 4 songs done. I know we get my homie. Shout out Snack the Ripper. We're getting him on there.
Oh, he's dope.
Yeah, so me and Cannabis are working on something. So shout out M80 too. That's my dude.
Yeah, my guy too.
Word. Well, I don't know, man. What you thinking? You ready to get up out of here? You good?
Yeah. I'm just happy to see so many people in here. I don't do these.
I've been doing them the last few weeks. I kind of like it because
Rowdy, what up?
it's a different way to connect with the fans.
What's the deal with the Mad Lib collab? We touched on that a little earlier, so I don't want to beat a dead horse.
Yeah, Beat Butcher is a monster. Someone just said that.
Oh, salute. Yeah, we the name of the album is The Witch's Hammer. It's me, Mad Lib, and Ono, and we're pretty much done, man. I will say this: the joint with Vinny on there, woo, nigga, is different.
He told me that because I was talking about the project with him. He's like, "Yeah, I sent a verse in for it." So I'm like, "Yo, let me hear that."
Oh, I'll send it to you.
All right, word.
I'll send it
Yo,
to you.
I'm a big Mad Lib fan, man. Like the album he did with Dilla is like, it's up there for me. Maybe in my top like 2 or 3, man. I love that album, man. Like,
yeah, he's definitely different. I don't think that anybody ever rhymed over his beats how you're gonna hear this.
I can't wait.
This is different. We got this one joint called Worse that is like, if you don't want to break something when you listen to it, like you just do not have any serotonin at all. You don't have any fucking dopamine at all. Like it is really like throw your guns with no disrespect to them, but more of a lyrical spin to it.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
it is fucking heavy. Like if you ever been through some shit, like this shit takes you through the whole emotion of, ready to really go do something,
Man, I can't wait to hear that shit, man.
Yeah, but hey, we might beat it out. Again, we might beat it out because I'm gonna get in there and we're gonna finish this thing because the supporters seem to really, really want it. And there's a difference between wanting something, man, and the way they are about us working together. Like it's a whole nother like.
They're persistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I mean, that means something, doing something that got that much interest.
Yeah.
And there's I don't know, there's difference between interest and there's difference between like connectivity interest. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you can have a whole world that's interested, but will they really pull over their car on the way to work and be like, let me listen to this shit? I really feel like the people that fuck with you core-wise and the people that fuck with me core-wise, especially when you put them together, right? Even if there's only, my nigga, I don't give a fuck if there's only 6,000 of them in the fucking world and there's a million people in the world. They're true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's how I feel about the people. Shout out everyone, Brutal Music family. That's what I call everyone. Support me. The ones that support me, man, they support over and over and over and over. They support everything I do, man. And it's like you can't ask for nothing better than that, man. Because I can't do this without that. So
it's different. I always say nobody becomes a Chino XL fan by accident.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you know what I'm saying? It's not like, certain people everybody names or whatever. But when somebody like has my hoodie on and somebody fucks with me, they be like, yo, let's talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yo, and that's the thing. I've developed relationships with a lot of these people. Like it's online, but we go back and forth. And I handle all the shipping of my merch and everything myself. So I see them coming back. And it's just crazy, man. It's like, man, I just gotta thank them like constantly for it. So it's like you're feeding me and my kid. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's why, man. What did Priest say? Priest was like, man, he's like, man, rapping with you, my nigga, you always give 135%. Like, yeah, you're right. You're right. If it's not gonna be right, then I won't do it.
There's no point.
I gotta be cycloned enough to deliver to what I know I did my best on whatever the project was. And even if I didn't meet my mark, I know I fucking went off trying to find it. Because you can't always find everything.
You're not always gonna. Yep.
8 times out of 10 I can find it. Yep. But like, the people, when I was coming up, I knew for a fact that Cool G Rap gave it everything. I knew Rakim gave it everything. I knew Chris gave it everything. You know what I mean? I grew up listening to MCs that I know. What else could they have possibly done on that track? They found every single nook and cranny. No rocks overturned when they were not overturned when they went to, excavate to the thought process to deliver on the verse.
Word.
And I just feel like I come from that lineage. I want to fucking,
Hell yeah.
I want to smash out. I want to fucking.
I'm there with you, man.
Yeah. So I think it's a good indication of what you're gonna get with the single. Is a good indication. That's pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, there's shit that's more high concept than that. You know what I mean? But as far as kicking you down a fucking stairwell and then dropping a boulder on your head too. That's where we are, man. No bar is wasted.
No, man, and I feel good about that track, real good, because a lot of my songs, even if I know I did, I'm not trying to sound like a dick. Even if I feel like I did my thing on it, beat wise, a lot of my shit, I don't want to listen to it no more after some point. Like, I don't go. But this joint, how long we've been sitting on this, and I've heard this song, I don't know how many times.
A while.
I played it 4 times today. I went to coach Young Bangas soccer team. We got a 9-1 victory. We kicked their butt. But I played the song 4 times, and I'm still like I guess it's getting me hyped. So I like it, man. You know
there's definitely some moments in it too that I noticed that I don't always. You know what I mean? Like I'll find a new moment in it. Like maybe there's just a little bit of rasp in my voice when I say knock an elephant out without breaking a sweat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like all of that shit. But the fucking the living off rotten apples and acidic rainwater is like really when I was homeless in a cemetery in Jersey. I just really what the fuck I couldn't. The tree was on the other side of the fucking trestle where the train was, so I couldn't get the apples, and I lived out there for like 6 months. So I would have to kind of wait for the fucking, you know what I'm saying? For the apple to fall or whatever, and it'd be kind of rotten or whatever. They eat around the rotten part. And then it was like a thing that catches the holy water in the thing. And it would be rainwater, and I would drink the fucking acidic rainwater out of the holy water dish. So like, it's all, as sick as all of it sounds, it's all true to me in some way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all true to me in some way. Always good talking to you, man. I'll talk to you in a bit, like, whatever. Yo, salute to everybody that came through, man. Miracles Opposite, Stu Bangas and Chino XL on every platform. I don't even talk about shit. So if I'm talking about shit, it means, I must love that shit too. And I'm glad that you guys like it kind of like as much as we thought you would. Yes. Stu was like, trust me, man. The people that fuck with us, this is the one that they're going to want to fucking hear. So it also, in finishing up, it also kind of gives us a gauge too of what you enjoy, out of our skill sets that you might want us to put ahead or whatever. So we're going to finish or whatever. So stay tuned. God's Carpenter.
Peace.